And what's up, everybody? Back with another episode of the Live, Laugh, Laugh podcast, season 4, episode 37, I think. Gary's back, and I've got another Sprite plus tea. I only have one more of these left after this one. I only have one
I
more
hate
left.
you so
I
much.
only have one more left after this one,
I still hate you.
and I'll probably drink it tomorrow. So there's that. There'll be no more Sprite plus teas in podcast episodes, so you can take that solace. Anyways, Phoenix is in the books. Champions have been crowned, and the last laps have been turned on the season. We're gonna go over all of it. Who won the championships? How'd they go? So that'd be cool. We're also gonna do kind of just a farewell to the season. Got a couple of things to highlight. Only a couple of silly season news things. There wasn't a whole lot this week. And with no race next week to preview, we'll kind of just end it off. But this is not the last episode of the season. No.
One more to add to the collection.
No. But anyway, here we go. I'm going to talk about Phoenix first. First, the truck race. Kind of a crazy truck race, all things considered. Cortland Sutton and Christian Eckes both wrecked on the opening lap of the race. Took some pretty hard hits there. Then things calmed down for a while until Green spun in stage 3. And then a huge crash hit on the restart. Sergio Perez took a massive, and I mean massive hit into the outside wall. The truck went airborne for a bit. Gio Rogero, Brandon Curry, and a couple others were collected in the mess as well. Then Connor Mozak wrecked late, which set up a overtime restart, which saw another big crash, collecting some more hard hits from Grant Enfinger as well as Tyler Ankrum, one of the Championship 4 drivers, and a few more wrecked. But while that was going on, Corey Heim made an absolutely insane pass. He took a gamble, lost track position with a 4-tire pit stop, and then on the restart made an insane pass, going 7 wide in the dogleg at Phoenix and making a massive jump, going all the way up to the lead in just a turn from like 8th. It was insane, an insanely good pass. And the restart would not deter him. He would ride it out and end up holding off Ty Majeski to win both the race in double overtime and clinch the Truck Series Championship. 12 wins on the season for Corey Heim, the most ever by a truck driver, and he is a champion. Very much deserved. He played the race really well. I mean, took a pretty big gamble with that pit strategy at the end, but it paid off, and he's a champion. So congratulations to Corey Heim. Shouldn't have been anybody else. I was rooting for Caden Honeycutt, but he made a couple stupid decisions that kind of took him out of it. And what are you going to do? I can't be mad with the deserving winner, unless it's Joey Logano.
Because he's never deserving.
True. So that was truck race. Then the Xfinity race. Jeb Burton blew a tire in the first stage. Took him out of the race. Leland Honeyman went around spinning in stage 3. Ryan Sieg was filling in for Sam Mayer because Sam Mayer was suspended. He took a hard hit in stage 3 as well, crashing really hard in the outside wall. Seemingly he's going to be okay, though, thank God. But other than that, not a whole lot of action. Pretty clean Xfinity race, all things considered. And the winner of the championship, I was absolutely shocked when I saw this. Jesse Love. Folks, there were 3 junior motorsports cars in the Championship 4, and none of them won. Jesse Love, the lone non-junior motorsports car, outlasted them all. Ran a really good race and held off Connor Zilic there at the end. Connor Zilic's car kind of faded at the end, and Jesse Love was able to prevail to win the race and win the championship. One of the youngest champions ever, I believe. Younger than me, in fact, which is a sad fact, but it's true. But yeah, congratulations to Jesse Love, but my God, were you not a deserving winner of the championship? I'm sorry, I'm one of the old heads bitching right now, but no, Connor Zilic won 10 fucking races. He deserved to be the fucking champion. And that's where the playoff system is kind of exposed, and this is why I think it's a good thing that NASCAR is changing it for 2026, or possibly for 2026, or even maybe a little change it for beyond that, because it needs to be fucking changed. Connor Zilic and Corey Heim should have each clinched championships multiple weeks prior to this. At least Corey Heim pulled it off and won the championship here, but Connor Zilic didn't, and he got robbed. Got absolutely robbed. So, that's my thoughts there. So fuck that. Oh boy, but then we get to the cup race. Oh boy, let's talk about this cup race. John Hunter Nemechek went spinning in the second stage. Bubba Wallace was having a good day until he had mechanical failure that took him out. Shane Van Gisbergen had a slide. And then the first of the playoff or the championship driver issues would come when Chase Briscoe blew a right rear tire. But he'd stay in the race and continue on. AJ Allmendinger had a really hard crash by virtue of a blown tire, but he was okay. Both Kyle Busch and Austin Dillon had tire failures pretty much back to back. So a bad sequence there for RCR. And then Ty Dillon would have problems. So the Dillon brothers also did not have a good day, with Ty Dillon spinning and to end the second stage. And then more troubles for championship drivers in stage 3 as Kyle Larson and again Chase Briscoe would blow tires. A lot of blown tires in stage 3. In fact, Carson Hocevar would blow a tire. Alex Bowman and Noah Gragson would blow tires. J.J. Yaley ended up blowing a tire late. Austin Cindric crashed. Not as a result of a blown tire. He just crashed because he sucks. But, you know, he crashed. But then, yeah, 3 laps to go. J.J. Yaley blows a tire. And then, well, no, J.J. Yaley blew a tire. And then with 3 laps to go, we had more playoff problems as William Byron, as he was running up front, going for the championship. Guess what? Let's take a guess at what happened to William Byron. If you guessed blew a tire, you were right. He became like the 100th tire failure of the weekend. He blew a tire and crashed. His day was done after a really good run. And then we get to overtime. There's one playoff driver we haven't mentioned yet. That would be Denny Hamlin. Denny Hamlin was the only of the one of the 4 championship drivers to not have a tire failure throughout the day. And he, by virtue,
He only had a clutch failure, I think.
yeah, he was
Or not a failure,
he was having clutch issues, but it didn't really matter. He had this race in the bag, had a massive lead. Nobody was catching him. He had by far the fastest car of the day. And then William Byron crashes. Now, as you can tell by all the blown tires, pit strategy and tires were a big deal. In fact, most of, if not everybody in the field, had run out of good sets of tires because of how many pit stops they had to make to avoid tire failure. So, on a late restart here, 2 laps to go, on a track like Phoenix is very hard to pass on. And the tires that they're on are not completely worn out. You know, they haven't been on them for forever. It's not been, just a couple laps, but it's not been a long time. So you're like, okay, what's going to happen now? Denny Hamlin's crew, knowing that probably most of the leaders are going to take 2 tires or maybe even just fuel only for whatever fucking reason. So what does Denny Hamlin's crew decide to do? He took fucking 4 tires. He took fucking 4 tires and lost 6 fucking spots at the pits. Really, he lost 9 spots because 3 guys stayed out. So he goes from the lead, almost a lock to win the championship, to 10th and 2nd in the championship standings because Kyle Larson's crew was smart and were like, yeah, we're taking 2 tires. And he jumps up to 4th. What the fuck were you thinking, Hamlin? What the hell was Hamlin's crew thinking? I don't care how bad tire failures have been throughout the race. You do not give up that much track position in an overtime situation with the damn championship on the line. And you wonder how Denny Hamlin's never won a fucking championship in now 20 seasons of NASCAR. This is why. This is why he can't win a fucking championship. So anyways, the story after that pretty much wrote itself. The restart happens. You've got Brad Keselowski and Ryan Preece up there with no fucking tires. Botching the whole fucking field up. And of course, Kyle Larson zooming around the outside line like he's at fucking Darlington. While Hamlin's just slow as shit on the bottom line. Tires, guess what? Guess what, Denny Hamlin's crew chief? Guess what? Tires did not fucking matter. You want to eat that for the rest of the fucking off season? There you go. So as it may seem, the race winner for the second time in 3 years was different than the champion. Ryan Blaney, who narrowly missed the championship for, so he's probably going to be kicking himself in the butt. But he made a last second, not even last lap, last second pass to beat out Brad Keselowski at the line to win the race. His first win at Phoenix ever, by the way. Pretty cool. And the champion is...
I thought he won at Phoenix to win the championship.
No, he didn't. He finished second in the race and won the championship.
Mm.
But the winner of the championship for the second time, because his crew chief was not an idiot and prioritized track position, Kyle Larson. Despite the blown tire, despite being a lap down at one point, Kyle Larson prevails with the late gamble, steals the championship from Denny Hamlin. And Chase Briscoe, I guess, but Chase Briscoe wasn't really a factor after the blown tires, so, which sucked because he was my fantasy pick for the race, and he kind of fucked up. So,
can we say the pre-race show was just suckish?
I didn't watch the bunch of the pre-race show.
I watched the pre-race show. It was trash.
I was watching the Lions shit the bed.
I changed it when the Lions shit the bed.
True. But that was that. By the way, if you couldn't already tell, I'm so pissed off Denny Hamlin blew this shit. He had everything going right for him. His dad, who's dying, was watching this race. He had a blindingly fast car, no tire problems, one of the best seasons ever, and you fuck it up on one of the stupidest pit calls I have ever seen in my fucking life. Really? Denny, you gotta be smarter than that. You gotta realize that when your crew chief's calling for 4 tires, and you have the lead, you don't take 4 tires. You take 2 tires. You have a damn championship on the line. This is not about managing your tire situation. No, this is a 2-lap shootout for the championship. And he fucking blew it. And I'm sorry, he's never going to win a championship. If he couldn't win this one, he's never going to win a championship. He can't do it. He showed in this race, he and his crew showed he cannot win championships. He cannot win in these big situations. It happened in 2010. It happened in when was the next time he had a shot at it? I don't fucking remember. He did it in 2021. He did it here. Like, he can't fucking do it.
He did it in 2020.
So that'll be his legacy. That'll be his legacy. He'll be just like Mark Martin. The Bermuda Bridesmaid, whatever the fuck it's called. Congratulations, I guess. Yeah, so that pissed me off. That was very, very fucking annoying. I literally could not believe what I was seeing. I could not believe that Denny Hamlin did not win that fucking championship. He was by far the fastest car all day. It seemed like it was going to be handed to him by virtue of him being the only driver to not blow a tire. And he still fucked it up. And talk about Kyle Larson. No, he's not a deserving champion this year. 2021, yes, definitely was a deserving champion. But not this year. He didn't win, he was on a 24 race winless streak. He had been dog shit second half of the season. Bullshitted his way into the championship 4.
Didn't even lead a lap at Phoenix.
He didn't even lead a fucking lap at Phoenix. He was a lap down for most of it because he blew a fucking tire. You want to tell me he's a deserving champion? Fuck no, he's not.
In the post race, if you guys watched it, when they were talking to the other championship 4 drivers, William Byron actually came in and apologized to Denny Hamlin for that pop tire.
No, it was all a ploy by Rick Hendrick. Rick Hendrick knew what he was doing. He's a fucking con man. He's the Italian mafia. He has a stranglehold on the NASCAR industry.
I thought you were a Chase Elliott fan.
Send him to jail. Send him to jail. Send him to jail. Send him to jail. Yes, I am a Chase Elliott fan, but I think Rick Hendrick.
I mean, you should be a Hendrick fan.
Rick Hendrick should be sent to jail. Jail. So
what? Jeff Gordon should take over.
Yes, we'll call it Gordon Racing or Gordon Motorsports.
Jeff Gordon Motorsports.
Gordon Motorsports. There we go.
There you go. I only like Hendrick Motorsports because Gordon's there.
But yeah, that was Phoenix. 2 overtime races, some hard crashes. 1 deserving champion and 2 undeserving champions. Any more evidence needed as to why the playoff system needs to be fixed? Or completely eradicated?
Well,
there you go.
If you think about it, 2015, there were 2 deserving champions and 1 non-deserving champion. The one non-deserving being Kyle Busch.
You know, in fact, that by point measure, the champion of Cup this year was not even in the championship fucking 4. No, the driver who would have won it all on points was Christopher Bell. Christopher Bell would have fucking won it.
You're really upset, aren't you?
I really thought that Denny Hamlin was going to win that championship, and I am still baffled, multiple days later, that he did not win it. He didn't win it.
Let me remind you guys, this is Wednesday, November 5th. And the race was on Sunday, the 3rd. No, 4th. No, 2nd. Second.
Yeah, I know. I can still be pissed off about it. God.
So that's how angry he is. It's been, 3 days since?
I can't believe I'm defending Denny Hamlin on anything here. What the fuck?
I mean, he did win at Michigan, and people should be upset in Michigan. After he said, "I beat your favorite driver."
Whatever. That was Phoenix. Ended off the NASCAR season in overtime and on some bullshit and on some sadness. It's kind of the state of the sport right now, so it works out. With that in mind, well, before we close out Phoenix was not just the end of the 2025 season. It wasn't just the end of the race. It was the end of a lot more. We had some farewells to say. Only a couple. First off, Matt Crafton turned his final laps in NASCAR this weekend.
Brings a tear to my eye.
Didn't run terribly, but didn't run great either, which has been the story of his career for the last few years now. But enjoy your retirement, buddy. You deserve it. For sure, should be a Hall of Famer. And also, farewell the NASCAR Xfinity Series. So now we have to call it the O'Reilly Advanced Auto Parts Series, whatever the fuck it's called.
Xfinity Series.
So good luck trying to get that tongue twister to fix itself.
Nope, I'm calling it Xfinity Series.
10 years as a sponsor, no more.
Or sorry, I'll call it the Busch Series.
Had a good run. And with that, folks, Phoenix and the 2025 NASCAR season can be put in the books for the last time. Okay, we'll end this episode off real quickly here. Guys, got a couple silly season news. Because what would be a week without more issues regarding the 2311 front row lawsuit? A judge recently ruled against NASCAR in many ways regarding the lawsuit, which is a huge win for 2311 and front row. Whoa.
That tea's getting to you.
They ruled against the sanctioning body on summary judgment. That's all a bunch of legal bullshit, I don't know. But it's a big W for 2311 Racing, so there's that. And then the other piece of news, Jimmy Johnson. There goes my phone. Jimmy Johnson announced that he is going to be racing the San Diego Cup race next year. So.
Great.
Yeah, great.
Not like we care.
Yeah, not anything that really makes any noise. I mean, never mind. He finished third in the Daytona 500. He still got it.
No, he doesn't.
But that's all the news that I had. Garry, I don't know if you had anything else to close out the season or whatnot.
Denny Hamlin sucks.
Drew? Yeah. All right. That's all we got. Except for one more thing. With the season over, we now have a full lineup of drivers that will be in the 2025 running of the NASCAR New Year's Eve Spectacular. On, of course, New Year's Eve. Now, obviously, that's a while away. We're not going to predict. Oh, actually, you know what? Fuck it. No. For reasons that we will talk about later. I'm not going to do a predict the winner type thing right now. But with the entries with the field entries locked, let's go over who qualified for this year's event. 21 drivers made it into the field this year, which is slightly less than last year's 23 drivers, but about on par with what it's been over the last few years. The drivers are Chris Buescher, Joey Logano, AJ Allmendinger, Kyle Busch, Kyle Larson, Jimmy Johnson, Brad Keselowski, Martin Truex Jr. Those are the drivers that got in based off of Champions Provisionals by being past winners. Some of those drivers didn't end up winning during the season. And then the ones that got in purely off of race wins in 2025, Chase Elliott, Bubba Wallace, Austin Cindric, William Byron, Christopher Bell, Josh Berry, Denny Hamlin, Carson Hocevar, Ross Chastain, Ryan Blaney, Shane Van Gisbergen, Chase Briscoe, and Austin Dillon. That, folks, is the 21 drivers that will be duking it out for this year's New Year's Eve Spectacular. Should be fun. I'm going to get working here soon. I got to finish God of War Ragnarok, and then I'm going to get working on getting the mods in for that and recording that, and we'll have it.
You'll have to show me how to do mods on NASCAR 2003.
It's not that hard. I can show you. It's hard to explain over a video, though. I'll have to. We'll figure it out. It's not that hard. And then I'll get that recorded and uploaded, and it'll go up as a premiere on New Year's Eve, like it usually does. So, because I will be out of town on New Year's Eve, so there's no chance that I'm going to be able to live stream it this year. But that's it. That's the 21 drivers. We will do a predictions of who's going to win that later. Hint. But that's all that I had. That's all we got for this week's episode. Like I said, this is not the end of the 2025 season for the Live, Laugh, Laugh podcast. Now, because next week, the Tuesday, November 11th, is when NASCAR 25 is eligible for purchase on Steam, which is how I'm going to have the chance to play that game. So, I'm going to buy it day of, play it as much as possible, which probably won't be much. Well, I should have some time to play it, actually. I'll probably have a good amount of time. We'll see. But I'm going to play it as much as possible, and then on our next episode, going to review it. And maybe Garry will review it with me. Maybe not.
Most likely not, because I don't have almost, $60 just to buy it.
Yeah, it's going to be $60, but I think that's worth it. So, stay tuned for that. Also, there's going to be a special announcement at the end of next week's episode. So stay tuned for that too. That's going to do it for this week, though. So stay tuned for other much more amazing content, both here and on the Pringleson YouTube channel. And until next time, guys, we'll see you guys later. Goodbye.